Well, I am at Skihist Provincial Park. Got here a few hours ago. Beautiful drive up, man. I got a lot of good video. It was freaking cool, man. These are some pretty good sized mountains. The peaks are only, maybe 6,000, but the valley that I was driving up through, which was carved by the Fraser River, is pretty low. So I mean, the mountains were and are rising 4,000 feet above where I'm at now. I'm at an elevation of about 1,100 feet, and some of these peaks around me are around 5,000 or a little more. So really nice little campground. It's just out in the middle of nowhere. There's not that many people here, and it's just very quiet. You feel very secluded. Lots of ponderosa pine trees and lodgepole pines, which are very nice, but there's still some open ground, so you've got some view of the sky. And this particular site I'm on now, because it's dry camping, there's toilets, real clean flush toilets, no showers, but there's no electricity, no sewer. They got some water spigots and stuff like that. So I'll need the sun to get my solar panels out and recharge my battery. So I'm going to be here for 3 or 4 days. So and there were lots of tunnels and stuff like that I drove through. It just was really a neat drive. And I'll kind of pan the camera around here so you can see some of the mountains around. One unique thing about these mountains, I don't know if you can see it with those off in the distance there a little bit, but they're just, even though we're not that high, we're nowhere near being excuse me, man, wind shifted and blew the smoke over in my face. We're nowhere near being above tree line, but it's just bald rock, and large sections. I mean, like almost the whole side of some of these mountains is just bald. I don't know why that is. So I'm gonna kind of pan the camera around here so you can see a little bit about where I'm at and stuff. It's really beautiful. Here we go. So I'm just going to enjoy the crap out of this, man. I took Bernie for a walk around the park, and they call them campground operators here. They're like, campground hosts, and they've got half of the campground closed off to vehicular traffic, but you can still walk around all of it. So she said, I was walking Bernie at the time, she saw me, she said, you go back in that area that we've got blocked off, and you can let your dog off her leash if you want, and let her chase sticks or whatever, so she won't be bothering anybody back there. So I actually did that, and I was pleased that Bernie stayed close, and when I called for her to come, she did. So I feel pretty good about that. Every dog I've ever had has been a runner, and I've been really reluctant to let her off leash out where she could just take off, you know, and then I'd be trying to chase her butt down or lose her. But she did real well, so I'm happy with that. She's being a lazy girl right now. Apparently the running free wears her girl out, so yeah, this is going to be nice. I like the quiet. I like the seclusion, especially after that campground I was in down by Chilliwack. Very pretty, but very busy, and a lot of kids. I mean, they were having fun. It was nice to hear them laughing and playing, but it was a busy place. So I like the solitude here. And today's Tuesday, and I'm going to stay here. I'm planning on staying here till Friday. We'll see. Maybe, you know, I'll stay a little longer, but I got to start heading back sometime. So, and I want to give myself plenty of time to, you know, see some other things in Washington and Oregon, and you know, do some of that. I don't want to have to just drive like hell to get back home by a certain time. So. Sure is nice though. The temperature right now is in the 70s, but it's going to get warmer over the next few days. I think tomorrow is going to be in the 80s, and Thursday is going to be in the 80s, a little higher, but Friday then is going to be in the 90s. It's going to get into the 90s for a couple of days here. So I guess just I don't really have, you know, I'm like I said earlier, I'm only about 1,100 feet here, so I don't have a lot of elevation. And even though I'm further north, it's just warm. So, and I can't run my new air conditioner up here because I don't have electrical hookups. So, anyway, I'm gonna enjoy it for a while. I'm gonna turn the camera around. This one mountain that's north of me, it's always shrouded in clouds. The tops of the mountain just always in a mist up here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but here we'll try. Pretty neat, beautiful country. So I'm in the Cascade Mountain Range still, but in the Canadian portion of that. I drove a couple hours today. It was about 80 miles or so. I think I said that earlier, about 80 miles or so from where I was in Chilliwack, but it was kind of running north and east, so I'm not that much further into Canada, but I am in some gorgeous country, and there's a lot of trails around here too, so I'll hit some trails tomorrow with Bernie and just check it out. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some gorgeous views to be seen around here over the next couple of days, so I'm definitely going to be digging it. Picked up some local brew. I guess it's local, I don't know. It's Bowen Island or something like that. It's the only thing they had. It was just a little town with a little store, although they called themselves a liquor store. I didn't see a whole lot of liquor. It was, you know, wasn't a great selection of beer, but I asked the guy, I said, you know, what's some local brew that tastes pretty good? I don't want, you know, highly commercial stuff. And he said this was about the only one he had. So I picked up a 6-pack, and not the best beer I ever had. It's an IPA, but it doesn't really, it's not charged with flavor and aroma and all that. But you know what? It's drinkable, so I'll enjoy some local flavor. About all I'll get up here. I think I should have checked out some other places down around Chilliwack, and I got to go back that way. I'm going to go back the same way I came. So I'll try to find a decent store in Chilliwack and try to find some good local craft beer and take back across the border with me. I'll have to check and see how much I can take back into the United States. I don't know, I might be limited to 24 bottles or cans again, so but I'll take back as much as I can. Alright, man, I'm gonna go tend to my fire and throw a burger on there and have a hamburger and some freshly cut bell peppers with some dip on them, so be a pretty good evening. See ya. Yeah, I'm just sitting out here in the evening. It's still Tuesday the 9th. Sun's getting ready to go down beyond the mountains to the west. It's just a gorgeous evening, man. The temperatures are, I'm guessing, low 70s. I could go in and look at the thermometer, but it feels really, really good, whatever it is. Got me a burger on the grill there, and gonna be eating here in a little bit, having another beer. So I'd take a little time and kind of reflect back on the trip so far. So, so far everything's gone very well. I had to be a little flexible. Wisconsin didn't work out, but that left me more time to spend at Glacier, and that was just wonderful. I'm extremely glad that it worked out that way, to be honest with you, because I don't think northern Wisconsin can compare to Glacier National Park. It was just beautiful, and I've met a lot of really good people out here. Some of the places I've stayed, there's been people staying for the night, and you say hi and you're cordial, but you don't really talk about stuff too much. They just kind of keep to themselves and move on the next day. But in other places, I've just met some really, really wonderful people. I met those two ladies at Glacier, and I hope I keep in touch with them. We kind of shared contact information, and you always say, yeah, let's keep in touch, and usually you don't, but I hope to be able to do that, because they were really, really good people. And I met a really nice couple last night at the park. Over the last couple of days we didn't share contact information, so I'll never see them again, but you hope that you get to cross paths with people like that again. So this has just been a really, really nice trip. It's been a nice lifestyle so far, getting to meet new people and see all these wonderful places. You just don't get to do this when you're sitting at home staring at the frickin' walls of your house. So I realize it's pretty extraordinary how I got to this, but it's been a good journey so far, and I'm looking forward to the rest of it, and I'm looking forward to being home for a while. It's going to be several weeks yet, so I'm looking forward to being home for a while and seeing the kids and seeing friends, and tell them all about the things I've seen and everything and all that. But I'm really kind of looking forward to the next adventure like this too. I've always felt like a gypsy, like a vagabond, and every time I got to move to a new place, it was a new adventure for me. Not so much for the kids, I don't think, and not so much for Lisa at the time, but I sure like it. So I'm looking forward to just moving along. seeing what I can see, having new adventures and all of that. Better go turn my burger. It wouldn't be good if I burned it.